Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here with our third Murders at Karlov Manor Collector Booster Box. At the end of this video we will be doing a 3-box comparison so we can kind of recap all of the goodies that we've seen and kind of compare the boxes head to head so you get an idea of what you can expect in a box like this when and if you purchase one for yourself. So let's go ahead and rip through our 12 collector booster packs here, cross our fingers for a serialized card. It's not going to happen. And hopefully see an invisible ink. So we've got a pretty smashed up pack here. So let's start with this one. Now the boxes have retraced in value quite a bit since they're low. At one point, these things were going for about $160 on TCG Player, but as I said, they have come back since then. All right, so we're kicking this one off with a clue token, followed by an outrageous robbery coming in foil extended art. Then we're going to see Krenko, Baron of Tin Street, coming in the dossier with an unexplained absence. And then we're going to see ourselves the Cryptics, followed by an Undergrowth Recon from the main set. Nice Mythic showing on up. And then behind that, we're going to see a Culvert Ambusher, followed by the Karul Whipcracker, a regular Plains, Culvert Ambusher. Then we're going to see the Long Goodbye, a good uncommon from the set. Then we've got ourselves a Candlestick, Gravestone Strider, followed by Benthic Criminologist, a Gearbane Orangutan, and a Snarling Gorehound in the back. I think we only saw one Mythic in that pack, yeah. So I'll go ahead and separate the rares and Mythics so we can kind of follow along. I am trying something new out in the videos in the upper left-hand corner, just kind of pricing all of the rares, mythics, and any card valued over $1 as I go. So in case you don't have an extra 7 minutes to review the actual MTG box analysis at the end, you still have an idea of the value. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is that good? Should I keep doing that? Is it too busy? Very curious. All right, so this time we got ourselves a Thopter, followed by a Yaris Roar of the Old Gods. Now, I immediately know this is not invisible ink because it's a rare. So the invisible inks only appear on Mythics, and they only appear in this first card slot. So still a good rare. Behind that, we're going to see an Officious Interrogation in Showcase Rare, followed by a Carnal Serenade. Then we get a 10th District Hero with an Ansrag's Rampage coming in from the main set, followed by Slice from the Shadows. Then we're going to see ourselves Murder, followed by a Mountain. Then we've got Buried in the Garden, Case of the Gateway Express, Case of the Burning Masks. Then we're going to see ourselves a Granite Witness, followed by a Topiary Panther, and we're going to see a Jaded Analyst with a Seasoned Consultant in the back. All right, so no invisible ink, no serialized cards, only one Mythic so far. I'll tell you, these boxes are hard to crack as far as getting your value back, but I'm going to try. So we got ourselves a Thopter with an Ansrag the Quake-Mole coming in here. This is going to be, I believe, can't quite tell. Let's see. Yeah, this is invisible ink. You kind of have to touch it sometimes. So there is a pattern back there. There it is. So there's the maze, I'm assuming, of the city. Very cool to see that. All right, let's put that up top as a big hit. Then we get ourselves Assemble the Players, followed by Marvo Deep Operative coming in as a Mythic from Commander, followed by Doppelgang. Then we're going to see ourselves a Reenact the Crime with the Chases On. Then we've got ourselves Unauthorized Exit, a Swamp, a Private Eye, Polygraph Orb, followed by Case File Auditor with a Magnifying Glass, and then an Unscrupulous Agent with a Hotshot Investigators and an Airtight Alibi in the back. All right, sliding into our next pack here. All right, got ourselves another clue token. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Treacherous Greed in extended art with an Auriella, the Law Above, coming in. Very nice to see that. Then we're going to see Merchant of the Truth, followed by Hide in Plain Sight with a Shadowy Backstreet coming in from the Land Cycle. Then we've got a Magnetic Snuffler, followed by a Neighborhood Guardian. Then we get the Island. Then we're going to see a Hustle and Bustle with a Furtive Courier, Expose the Culprit, Tunnel Tipster, followed by a Goblin Mask Maker. Then we get a Projector Inspector and a Repeat Offender in the back. So happy that we got an invisible ink. I was a little disappointed when box 2 did not contain any invisible inks, but it did contain a special guest. I'm not sure if it's a trade-off there or if it's possible to get both. We'll see. So we got a detective with a homicide investigator coming in as a rare dossier with a borderless, meticulous archive from the land cycle. Awesome. And then we're going to see a panoptic projector coming in from Commander. Then we've got a barbed servitor with a treacherous greed from the main set with an unauthorized exit, fanatical strength, a forest, followed by a detective satchel, absolving Lamasu. It doesn't add up. Followed by a shady informant. Then we get a Market Watch Phantom and a Crime Stopper Sprite with a bite down on crime. All right, rolling into pack number 6 here. This will take us to the halfway point of the box. We've got a detective, followed by a cryptic coat coming in foil. This is a really good rare from the set. Very happy to see that. And then behind that, we're going to see Izoni, Center of the Web, as a rare dossier. Then we're going to see Mirko, Obsessive Theorist, coming in, another mythic from Commander, but this time in foil. And then we've got ourselves the Blood Splatter Analysis, followed by Errata, Deadly Fugitive coming in, another mythic from the main set. So that's 2 from the main set and 2 from Commander. Then we got a Makeshift Binding, followed by a Deduce with a Plains. Then we've got a Get a Leg Up, Case of the Shattered Pact, Harried Dronesmith with an Escape Tunnel. Then we're going to see a Cerebral Confiscation, an Unauthorized Exit with a Griffnaut Tracker. All right, so there we go. Halfway through the box, we're sitting at 4 mythics plus our invisible ink mythic. We have not yet seen any of the commons or uncommons in the set valued over $1, so we're kind of keeping an eye out for Slime Against Humanity is probably the one you know for sure, but also Crime Novelist is another one. No More Lies and Insidious Roots. So we've got 4 cards from the lower tier that do hold value over $1 that we're looking for. So we've got ourselves a clue with Lost in the Maze, followed by Tulsimir Midnight's Light, Copy Catchers. Then we're going to see Prophet's Edict Memory with a Lamplight Phoenix. Then we're going to see a Fanatical Strength, Call a Surprise Witness, The Mountain, Repulsive Mutation, Mistway Spy, Neighborhood Guardian, Slime Against Humanity. There we go. Valued, I think, right around $3 or so in foil. And then we got an Extracting Confession and Due Diligence with The Chase is On. So far on the channel, we've opened up 6 pre-release kits, 6 random play boosters, 1 bundle, and 2 collector boxes. This is our 3rd. Wednesday, I'll be doing a full play booster, and then when those Ravnica Clue editions come out, I'll be opening up one of those on the channel. Those do have foil alternate art shocklands in them, so you're guaranteed to get 1 in every single box. Not sure what that means for the value, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so we got another clue with Argos Kos, Spirit of Justice. This is another invisible ink, so it is possible to get 2 of them in a box. Fantastic. So there you go. We just did it. So now I've got 3 for 3 boxes, even though it was 1 and then 2. So then we see a Kellen Inquisitive Prodigy, followed by a Hot Pursuit. Then we're going to see Drag the Canal, followed by a Haunted Bone Brute. Then we're going to see Call a Surprise Witness, Slice from the Shadows, with the Forest, Branch of Vitu-Ghazi, Case of the Gorgon's Kiss. Then we're going to see Caught Red-Handed, followed by a Fairy Snoop. Then we got a Thinking Cap, a Rot Farm Mortipede, and an Auspicious Arrival. All right, so fantastic. We're at 6 mythics, 2 are invisible ink, 2 are from the main set, and 2 are from Commander. I think we'll see 1 or 2 more. These boxes are generally good for 8 to 10 mythics. And you're guaranteed a total of 60 rare/mythics in every single box just because of the slotting. So we got a clue, followed by a Sharp-Eyed Rookie coming in as just a rare foil. Fugitive Codebreaker. Then we're going to see Morska Undersea Sleuth, another Commander mythic. Nonfoil. Then we're going to see an Outrageous Robbery with Blood Splatter Analysis, Dramatic Accusation, Demand Answers. Then we're going to see the Plains, a Killer Among Us, a Cease and Desist with a Wrench, followed by Pick Your Poison, Demand Answers, ally assailant, and a bubble smuggler in the back. Not sure why you have to smuggle bubbles, but that's okay. Maybe somebody can explain that one to me. All right, so we got another clue, followed by the cryptics and extended art. It's the only artifact rare in the set. Then we're going to see an Undercity Sewers from the Land Cycle with a Havoc Eater from Commander, Lost in a Maze extended art with a 10th District Hero. Then we're going to see Murder with Magnetic Snuffler in Dossier with a Mountain, followed by a Hedge Whisperer. Then we get the Knife, followed by Agency Outfitter, Sanitation Automation, Innocent Bystander, Basilica Stalker, and an On the Job. All right, clean up that pile a little bit. It's starting to slide on me. All right, so we got a Thopter with a War Leader's Call coming in the Showcase treatment. Then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Conspiracy Unraveler, another mythic in the Dossier frame, with a Watcher of Hours. Then we're going to see an Assassin's Trophy extended art with a Steam Core Scholar. Then we get a Not on My Watch, Auspicious Arrival, The Swamp, Meddling Youth, Concealed Weapon, Clandestine Meddler, Sanguine Savior, a Shock, Macabre Reconstruction with an Out Cold. All right, final collector booster pack, and probably this will probably be our last box unless I can pick some of these up on sale, or somebody wants to sponsor a box, and then I'll pick one up and open it and analyze it and send you all the cards. So just let me know. So we got ourselves a clue token here, followed by Trostani 3 Whispers. So I had a little bit of a heart attack there. So this is the slot where you would find a serialized card, and it will be in this Ravnica showcase frame. So I was getting a little excited that maybe we had one. And if I had pulled a Trostani, I would never have sold it because I like Trostani. All right, so behind that, we're going to see Errata, Deadly Fugitive, another mythic. Awesome. So now we're at 10 mythics for the box. Then we get a Tesca Judith's Hellhound, followed by a Pyrotechnic Performer, and our last card is going to be a rare Ezram Agency Chief. All right, so we got a Demand Answers with a Dramatic Accusation, followed by an Island. Then we're going to see a Gleaming Gear Drake with a Surveillance Monitor, Karlov Watchdog, Vitugazi Inspector, Gadget Technician, a Felonious Rage, and a Defenstrated Phantom. Oh, no, yeah, that's the last card in the back. All right, so I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of the box. Using this chart, we can see the cards that we were eligible to see shaded in gray, the non-foils we saw in green, and the foils in orange. In the non-foil space, we saw 11 Showcase, 10 Dossier, 3 Borderless, and 12 Extended Art cards from the main set, as well as 11 Extended Art cards from Commander. In the foil space, we saw between 12 and 15 cards for each of the colors of Magic in Standard Frame, along with 12 more foil Showcase, 5 Dossier, and 5 Extended Art cards from the main set, and 1 from Commander. In today's box, we also pulled 2 Invisible Ink Mythics, but we did not see any special guests. Moving in the coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 36 unique cards from a possible 123 cards, which gave us 29% coverage. From the Commander subset, we saw 11 non-foil Extended Art cards out of a possible 47, giving us 23% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 125 of the 413 cards that we were eligible to pull from the main set, giving us 30% coverage. From the Commander subset, we saw 1 Extended Art card out of a possible 8 in foil, which gave us 13% coverage. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw 73% of the commons and 20% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see in non-foil from the main set. We also saw 22 of the 69 rares for 32% coverage, and 2 non-foil mythics good enough for 9% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 61% of the commons and 33% of the uncommons, and we picked up 19 foil rares for 14% coverage, and 5 foil mythics for 9% coverage. From the Commander subset, we saw 9 of the 39 rares for 23% coverage, and 2 non-foil mythics for 25% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 1 foil mythic, which was good enough for 13% coverage. In the end, this box contained 50 rares and 10 mythics in 12 packs. Now, before we get into the value of today's collector booster box, let's take a look at the current value of the set. This chart displays all 460 cards that you can pull from a collector booster pack using non-foil market prices as of February 17th, 2024. Currently, the set contains 17 cards valued over $10. 9 of these come from the main set, with the ley line of the guild pack continuing to hold the top spot at $19.88 for the extended art version. The set also contains 14 invisible ink cards, however only 7 of these are valued over $10, with Delney Streetwise Lookout holding the market value of $38.78 for the top spot. Finally, the Commander subset only has one high-value card, and that is Trouble in Paris, which has jumped another $5 to $24.72 in market value. The set also contains 28 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 65 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The other 350 cards are valued under $1. Now, a full set of all 413 cards from the main set has a non-foil market value of $687.73. The 47 Commander cards have a non-foil market value of $62.90. This gives the Murders at Karlov Manor's 460 card set a grand total market value of $750.63, which is down about $10 in the last 5 days. However, this is an indicator to me that the value of the set has been stabilizing. Now let's recap the actual observed value that we saw in today's box, starting off with a look at the non-foils. We ended up only seeing one non-foil card valued over $10, which was the borderless Undercity Sewers, currently valued at $14.30. We also saw one card in the $5 to $10 range, which happened to be another borderless Surveillant. Finally, we saw 7 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 38 non-foils in the box are currently valued under $1. In the foil space, we picked up 3 cards valued over $10, including the Extended Art Cryptic Coat, currently valued at $12.33, the Showcase War Leader's Call, valued at $19.11, and the Invisible Ink Ansrag the Quake-Mole, valued at $21.99. We also saw 2 more cards from the main set, valued over $5, and 8 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 120 foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, the market price for this box as of February 17th, 2024 is $170.89. This is actually $1.50 higher than last week, which is another indicator that prices are starting to stabilize. Now, the Murders at Karlov Manor Collector Booster Box contains 12 packs, each with 15 cards, allowing you to see 180 cards plus tokens. The current market value of the 12 Extended Art Commander cards that we saw today is $12.90 combined. The 12 full art basic lands that we saw have a value of $4.35. The 64 main set commons are valued at $9.83, and the 44 uncommons are valued at $7.17. Now, the 41 main set rares that we pulled have a combined value of $79.83, and our 7 mythics are valued at $44.85. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be a disappointing $163.20 in card market value, which is a loss of $7.69 from the current market price for the box. It also means that this box only returned 96% of the market price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 14 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $112.58, which means that those 14 cards represent 69% of the total box value, but only 66% of the market price for the box. Before we close out the video, let's quickly compare the 3 collector booster boxes opened so far on the channel. Here's a recap of what we've seen across the boxes. For the most part, they've been fairly consistent, but there are definitely differences. For example, Box 1 contained a single invisible ink card, but no special guests. Box 2 contained no invisible inks, but 1 special guest. And today's box contained 2 invisible inks, and again, no special guests. While 3 boxes isn't a significant sample size, it should give you some indication of what to expect from a collector booster box should you choose to make a purchase. Now, from a value perspective, here's what the 3 boxes look like using market prices as of February 17th, 2024. Today's box didn't achieve the top spot for any of the rarity categories, and it only came in second place for 3 of them. Box 1 and Box 2 are still holding more value than the current market price, and I would say that both produced a healthy return over that market price. Today's box, however, despite seeing 2 invisible ink cards, was just downright awful. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to come back on Wednesday as I'll be collaborating with someone to bring you an opening and analysis of a Play booster box. Until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people. All by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.